Charlie, honestly, I don't know how to start this. I don't know how to start this. But seriously, bad game management from Enzo Maresca. I agree with everybody that says that was such a bad game management from Enzo Maresca for that game against Manchester United. Because to be very honest, I don't know why Maresca was panicking to take off your ball retainers, your ball carriers, and then the two players that can take you up the field of play. And again, I think that Chelsea are psychologically in a bad place. And see, I went to play football last Thursday, and then I met somebody who knew me. I didn't know him. I think he works with NS Chemist. So after we played the football, he approached me, we're talking about the Bayern game. I think he's a Chelsea fan. And I told him that, see, I see total capitulation if Chelsea doesn't get a result against Bayern, because now psychologically the players are going to be in a not so good place, a place where they now have to come out psychologically and get something out of matches, and it's going to be difficult. So just when Robert Sanchez got a red card, I knew Chelsea are in deep problem. And Enzo Maresca also did not make it easier for himself. See, I have Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Not subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel. It's your best place for football, tactical analysis, on the field, off the field, post-match analysis. And getting comedy now on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel, of course. We invest at the yard, and every day we give you codes for you to win. Today's codes were in there. They were good ones. I saw yesterday 4 codes out of 5. It doesn't happen anywhere but here on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Not subscribe, like we say, subscribe and turn on notifications. It's a difficult day, but we'll still talk sports. We still have the conversation here on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Of course, let me say a big thank you to my 2 people, Yesumo Spare Parts Dealership Shop and also MOB Clothing. Yesumo for the good job that they do in terms of getting the best spare parts. I'm also kind and our post office. When you go there, Yesumo is right there for you. They'll take good care of you. MOB Clothing is the best place for clothes. Whether it is retailing or wholesaling, it's MOB Clothing. Call them on 0200-666-708. 0200-668-708. Call MOB Clothing today. Let him take very, very good care of you. Where do we start from? And then, obviously, Enzo Maresca went away to go and play against Manchester United. Before some match, now this is the most drawn game in English Premier League, and this is the game Manchester United and the best results from all through Premier League. So United ever against Chelsea, and they get good results than they play against any team. So it was always going to be a game where United were favored to get the results, and Chelsea looked like they were going to struggle. So I felt that it was supposed to be a good redemption. Chelsea was supposed to go 3 away games, 1 against Brentford, 2 against Bayern Munich, and 3 against my friend Manchester United. There's 1 against Lincoln and also Brighton and Hove Albion. These are games that we all said that they are going to be difficult. So 5 straight away games from home. It's going to be difficult. Of course, you see here against Bayern Munich when Chelsea went away from home in the Champions League and they were lost in that game. And everybody felt said, Charlie, this is the game where Enzo Maresca should be turning things around in terms of ball and the results that have come. He doesn't have to sit there and say, okay, you're back against Bayern and things do not go well. And they have to. But you see, when we're going into this game, you start a game now. Manchester United were pressing very, very ferocious. I say, we are very aggressive to press. Press it 10 man. Even at 11-11, they were pressing. They were making it very, very aggressive. They were making it difficult for Chelsea. And I think Chelsea were now settling in the game. And then a long ball comes in from the back. What was that time Robert Sanchez had a red card in the crown? What was the time that Robert Sanchez had a red card? It was such a disastrous ball from Robert Sanchez. But I know, you see, Robert Sanchez, I've said it several times, shot stopping, maybe a good goalkeeper. But these crazy moments sometimes makes it difficult to even talk about Robert Sanchez. It was in the 5th minute. Ball. First 5-4 minutes. If I'm a goalkeeper, I would concede 1 goal rather than go down 10 man. How is it that a goalkeeper at this level doesn't know this? Robert Sanchez is not intelligent. 10 man, you can't go 10 man. Ultimately, conceding 1 goal, and Mbeumo was not going to score. He was probably going to in such a ball as a goalkeeper, Ocean ball here, Robert Sanchez sees the long ball. He wants to come and clear his lines. He decides against it, and every time Robert Sanchez has made this mistake, it's the same thing over and over again. Always constantly overthinking that ball, oh my jai. He essentially acts like he's coming, stops coming, goes in there, and how do you go and tackle? Stand. My boy and stand. No man pimo. Then subjected to VAR. It was easy for the referee on the night, and it's a red card. But in some red card incidents, no, Chelsea long ball, no. Again, Moises Caicedo, I don't know, maybe Moises Caicedo is tired, and it has also come at a time where Darius Sugo is also injured, and Chelsea don't even know who will play there if Robert Sanchez is supposed to be injured. When that long ball came, no, it was a huge long ball, and a Manchester United football. In fact, from goalkeeper Bayender, long ball, no. One. Those issues that I've always said about Trevor Chalobah. I remember when Chelsea had centre back issues and defenders say prepare now, almost okay. Yanko for centre backs, I kept on saying that there are two issues with Chelsea current centre backs. Tosin Adrabia doesn't have the pace to defend with a high line. It's not possible. He can't play. On TV more on his best form, his best place in the defense is defending the box. Then I did also mention that if you talk of Trevor Chalobah is poor in aerial duels. Benjamin Sesko started this game because of those aerial duels. Ruben Amorim knew, give him his flowers. Trevor Chalobah goes inside area door, loses that area door. Benjamin Sesko wins it. But my problem is that Moises Caicedo, as an experienced central midfielder, defensive midfielder of this nature, this is a ball where Moises Caicedo should have anticipated. When Abrante friend Benjamin Sesko won the ball, goal side of Abrante friend Brian Mbomo, Moises doesn't go. Literally just doesn't read the game. I don't know what, because when Chelsea were building up, they decided to push Marco Correa up so that Moises Caicedo will be part of the back three and build up, because Manchester United wanted to press him centrally, so he came as part of the back three so that to open up passing lanes, which is great, right? But long ball, Benjamin Sesko winning first ball, you go. I mean, this is something that Caicedo will do against Bayern. Made a grand mistake, and again, when Moises Caicedo loses that ball, that is where Robert Sanchez goes buzo. Ball way. Yeah, man, the pin player. It is 5 minutes into the game, 4 minutes. How does Robert Sanchez go into a game 4 minutes and open so the red card? Down on question 1-0. Same laptop crack. Down on question 1-0. It is Manchester United. BBNC. Rob essentially goes into a tackle, and then it is is a red card. Is a red card. Like Albert Jack a red card. You don't have to even overthink this. It's a red card. And it was a red card. And referee goes on with the game. Yabo. Enzo Maresca. Robert Sanchez panic. And you can see from that video of, there's this female journalist in the UK that posted it on her Twitter. I need to find that video and I'll post it. It's like a GIF. Enzo Maresca immediately, Robert Sanchez the red card now. And then he goes towards the assistant. You can tell that Enzo Maresca, he is literally fed up and also has given up mentally. Then he goes and makes nonsense substitutions. Yes, I can understand. In game states, the game is difficult. You want to stay in the game as long as possible. Let's bring on more defenders that can defend the box, because Chelsea were already under pressure and there was a set piece. And I think that Maresca realized that he made a mistake not starting Tosin for that aerial duels, because if he had Tosin in that area, that long ball would have been Tosin versus Sesko, not Sesko versus Trevor Chalobah, who is not good aerially. And that's why every time Enzo Maresca has played with his team, he wants Tosin in there without Levi Cole, because Chalobah is not the best guy in aerial duels. So at that point in time, Enzo Maresca is worried. Mamin for Tosin him, no, because Manchester United at the time, I think they had a corner kick or something like that to come and deal with that aerial duels. And you the ball carriers, me. And again, to be fair to Maresca, he didn't even know that Cole Powell gets injured. Inti, where Estava will land a film because of the goalkeeper. And where he Pedro Neto because we'll lose area door back a causing red card. So let me come and protect so that I don't lose because it looks as if Manchester United were going to spam in a lot of crosses into the box. And that's what Man United did. It's Mami for another centre back and Mami Shim Tosin who can do that. Now Tosin, you come into a game like this when the team literally is depending on you. 0-0. 0-0. Then your Bobo connection when you goalkeeper. Powder. Like I am scared. Honestly speaking, that is the worst Chelsea performance I've seen in a long time. Back-to-back losses. It is crazy. And against Manchester United, psychologically, I couldn't even see the team. The team looks gone psychologically. Like nothing literally can be done again. And the team looks tired also physically. How are they going to turn this around? How long will it take for Maresca and his charges to turn this around? This style of play. And Maresca, when you Pedro Neto film, when you Estava will film, then Kopama gets injured. And I knew then Maresca knew that he was or whatever. He was fucked. That is actually what Xabi Hernandez did against Paris Saint-Germain about 2 or 3 seasons ago in the Champions League. What the red card? When you Lamine Yamal film, your only ball carrier when you film, and then you come and play with your that is pathetic for Maresca. Like so low for Maresca. And I think that these are some of the things that show Maresca the kind of level that he is as a coach. It's not there. There's a lot more for Enzo Maresca to learn. And that was total capitulation for Enzo Maresca, like real capitulation. Because calm down. And you're United, and I keep on saying this thing. It is Manchester United, and you're Man City, and you're Liverpool. I understand. Bringing on Andre Santos was important because you needed to get more legs in the game. And getting Andre Santos on as an extra leg is important because it sort of gives you the pseudo 11v11. See, Cole Palmer coming out was injured. And before the Club World Cup, now it is a sign injury by, and they have been giving pain injections and whatever, but nothing bad showed up on the scans. But he had continuous discomfort in his groin, and it's not going away. That is how Kopama issues have been since that time now. And Chelsea, big issue. Manchester United unbeaten against Chelsea. Draw, win, draw, win, draw, win, draw, win, draw, win. I mean, we'll get a couple more wins after this. And I mean, come and look at Bruno Fernandes, Manchester United, that Bobo, and then he had Jimmy because was Bruno. But you they play against 10-man Chelsea, you score goal, I get a player. But of course, I mean, how I mean, Manchester United needed this win. They needed it for a lot of things. People like Richard Omo, Monday, he will make noise. Oh, Chelsea, any sign, he will make all the noise that he wants to make. But because see, this is pathetic football, self-inflicted. Because see, forget even about the red card. Forget about the goal that Bruno Fernandes scored. Again, when you have an issue like this, and then you go to the back and you have these issues that Chelsea are essentially having. One of the things that you have to understand is that Manchester United are always going to overload the far post, and that's what they did. In the 2 goals Manchester United scored, they overloaded far post. All of them, assisted by Dogu. First one, overload, far post, Reece James area, Patrick Dogu, bam. Second one, overload, far post, Patrick Dogu, Casemiro, bam. Chelsea literally caught ball watching. Literally just caught ball watching. They just could not do anything about it. And I said, and I'm like, how can you just play a game like this? And the second goal even kills me because I don't understand Tosin. I don't understand. Why are you under pressure? Like, oh boy. And you're Manchester United though. Like, Chelsea don't lose matches and I'm this agitated and stressed. And you're Manchester United. This is literally me talking as a Chelsea fan. Like pure, nothing else than a Chelsea fan. And Tosin Adrabiayo, why goalkeeper? Why you telling go one on my beam? Now say, oh fuck off. say oh returning ball no, say oh turning ball no, say we here for him, say oh you do. And then the ball goes out of touch. Philip Jorgensen, like nothing really happens there for Philip Jorgensen. That James clears the ball in a very bad way. Born a Korean Philip Jorgensen, he doesn't come out. A pinball national. That from Philip Jorgensen. That is buzu. I don't understand. And in the second half, now Enzo Maresca, because he was too quick in those substitutions. Take your fucking time to pass it. Relax. How you go figures go into this game? You change everybody, but I keep on saying that again. Enzo Maresca realized that he had made a big mistake with the starting lineup. Big mistake because he wanted to play high. He was scared if Manchester United plays the ball in behind to him, or ball in behind her. Tosin Adrabia doesn't have pace. He will have issues with pace like he did against Bayern. So then on dropping line like a crap against Bayern, he has issues. He loses the game. He comes to play against Trevoh Chalobah. Trevoh Chalobah will rather at least have the pace to deal with things. But again, he doesn't have the ball playing ability of Tosin Adrabia. He doesn't have the aerial draw winning ability of Tosin Adrabia. And it's affected. And it goes back to sporting directors. When Enzo Maresca said he wanted centre back, people did not listen. Why did Malang Sarr go back to Strasbourg? Why? Chelsea didn't even need to buy a centre back. They could have loaned in an experienced centre back from somewhere. Arsenal literally went to Valencia and then bought Christian Mosquera. Nobody rivaled Arsenal in buying Christian Mosquera. Chelsea sporting directors, I'm not now. Arsenal got to Christian Mosquera. Who is better than Saliba, better than Magalhaes? You only centre back winning Bobo. Hey, Levi Cole. Nipo ya aggressive obetini na babum. Hey, Wesley Fofana. Omu pra. Wesley Fofana ba back no. Levi Cole pra. Boom dia. How is this possible? That is insane. I just don't get it. And now Enzo Fernandez, so in the middle of the park, you're under pressure. And you are playing against Manchester United. You are playing this game. Now, Manchester United pressure for United under pressure now. Boom, boom. Manchester United. What is wrong with these people? Psychologically, they are gone. They are literally in no man's land psychologically. Out courage. Psychologically, like they are not there. Then they are just allowing Manchester United play their football as if Chelsea have not played football before. Enzo Fernandez under pressure. Moises Caicedo under pressure. Manchester United. Casemiro and Bruno Fernandes double pivot. Massa. How? To the extent that United has Vima, Matthias D8, it's me, Barbe, press it. Bro, Enzo Maresca, it's you. I mean, today, if anybody goes in and blames Enzo Maresca for that Chelsea loss, I mean, you can't even rival them. You cannot, because it is Enzo Maresca's absolute fault. And it is also part of the issue of the sporting directors not bringing another centre back. And what are they saying? Trevoh Chalobah, always difficult going down 10 men. Bro, it was not difficult. Manchester United, they're going down 10 men against Manchester United, and I say it's difficult. Liverpool have gone down against Newcastle 10 man. Mabobono. Under pressure. We have played in the Premier League long enough, so now we just have to learn from this and move forward. Whether it is 10 men each, it's always difficult. 2-0 down. We need to reflect over not starting well, and we need to raise our standards. Bro, this is use a lot of F words. Well, okay, what thing is it? What's this? What is this? What is this? Say any Andre Santos Nebe Nobema Casemiro this red card now. Like this would have been more pathetic. What is Maresca saying? Maresca on Robert Sanchez red card and Joao Pedro penalty. It's a red card. It should have had a penalty for Joao. Of course, I think that's a penalty for Joao. But that doesn't matter. That was a penalty for Joao. That was a penalty for Joao. Joao when they control ball, the ball, Manchester United player and one carbon. Joao won his ball. And the leg came together. But what are you telling me? That is a penalty. But of course, but you could have done better without the penalty. Without a penalty in the game state, better decisions would have been made. Enzo Maresca, that's an all-can. Has lost the game. Maresca on red card. The red card changed the game after 3 minutes. After a red card for 10 versus 10, it changed the game for us. We needed to start in a better way. I don't even think that this is about starting. I don't think this is about starting the game. Whatever the way it started, Enzo Maresca was wrong from his tactical plan. Playing Trevor Chalobah was wrong. I can understand the pace issue, but this is Manchester United. They were always going to throw in players and go into the aerial duels. Trevor is not good in the air. Play Tosin Adrabia from the start. He would have won that aerial duel against Benjamin Sesko, and he would have been in this problem. Enzo Maresca on Cole Palmer. Cole in this morning said did a test to play this game. He was not 100%. It was a fantastic effort for the club in this and his teammates for the team. Unfortunately, he was not 100% over there for himself. Maresca on his substitutions, they attack with 5 players. So the idea was to defend with 5 players. You can defend with 4 at 11v11. The game probably changed after they conceded the red card. Also with Casemiro, we were much better. Bro, shut up, Maresca. What do you mean by the game change? What? That's bad game from Enzo Maresca. Trevor Chalobah on the loss of Manchester, it wasn't good. Blah blah blah. That's buzo bad performance from Chelsea, Enzo Maresca, and Manunited. I'm looking for that video of Enzo Maresca just touchline, so that we talk through some moments in terms of Bonomo Boko along. Now the 3 teams that were beaten in the English Premier League, Naka, Crystal Palace, and Liverpool. Liverpool won 2-1 today. Crystal Palace also went away to go and beat Graham Potter. You can't tell me that you prefer John Genson to start out of sanctions unless it's your emotions that's talking. Be the change you want to see. Enzo Maresca and Palmer. See, they should stop talking about this thing. Obviously, Robert Sanchez will be back. She set out for 10 years. Bruno Fernandes, we got the Chelsea's red card because of our mentality was starting the game so strong. The players have to run in behind whenever Ben goes for the ball, and that's what's binding. And that's, like I said, that was the plan for Manchester United. Bruno Fernandes said it. That was the plan for Manchester United. Benjamin Sesko was going to win aerial duels. He was going to win aerial duels, and when he did, the plan was for Brian Mbeumo to get in behind. But listen to me. Did Enzo Maresca plan for the game better? No, it was such a shit show of a game preparation from Enzo Maresca. And I mean, this is Enzo Maresca's biggest admirer talking like this. It's bad. It's bad. It's not a good one from Enzo Maresca. It is pathetic. It's pathetic, and everybody's talking about it. It's pathetic, and the game management makes it even worse. And on the other side, you listen to the other side where Brentford, Ashram go against team, your friend Fulham. Real Madrid, of course, played against team, your friend Espanyol. We knew it was going to be difficult, but they got a job done. Of course, throws away free halftime window to make a sub and show intent. Allows United 20 precious minutes, keeps 75% of the ball. Brings on fullback and winger who should have left the club. I mean, yes, of course. I mean, how do you even? I mean, Maresca, how do you bring on Thay George? Mbambe occupy centre backs now because he didn't have anybody to occupy centre back. Maresca, bring on Malo Gusto for you to go and play. Oh, bro, I'm done. How? That is such a bad gameplay from Enzo Maresca. Bad gameplay, bad management from Maresca. Oh, Charlie, I know the battle. Cause how? Me, I stopped to watch the match. Somewhere like 78 minutes. Me, I to buy kebab crowd. And especially even after the Chelsea came on in the second half. Enzo Fernandes could yellow card now, or sorry, now Trevor Chalobah could yellow card now, and so there was a ball after Trevor Chalobah saying go no. Now Thay George no Thay George. He did there, Thay George. You did there. Somebody defender can score goal. They try win ball and go score goal. Thay George did there. Oh, and they play, Papa. Here's the play. Take Thay George come inside. What Thay George Magic can do? Make Malo Gusto can do. Thay George. Then Malo Gusto. What did they can do? What did they come do? Enzo Maresca. What did they come do? You had. I'm sick. I'm sick because look at this game. He had good substitutions. Good substitutions. You didn't use Alejandro Garnacho. XG 0.39. Ball possession 59. Second half. Didn't penetrate. You didn't have people that were penetrating for you. Maresca, How do you go into a game like this, 10 man, and play like this? Charlie, Real Madrid won. Why? They won 2-1. Kylian Mbappe solid. Xabi Alonso is doing sensible things. Not be any giddy thing. He has the quality, so he just set up in a way that he gets the job done. And of course, despite massively disagreeing with Maresca's first half substitution, I actually think the second half subs were good. Wanted to change to a 2-1-5 in possession, and would have looked really good at least 5 minutes with it, but it needed someone to go in between the lines, and Pedro Neto. With that, you need someone else up front, Thay, George or McGee. If Garnacho or Gittins comes on, then you would look out of possession if Pedro is ahead, and then ahead of a midfielder in a 4-3-1-1. But for Garnacho, either in midfield or on the wing, where the double pivot would get overwhelmed right now, right, with no right winger to tack in. I mean, people are just saying, does he trust Thay George over Garnacho or whatever the case? I mean, he was bringing Thay George to come and play to occupy the centre box. Charlie, if United start asking their most offensive players to sit extremely deep and added time, I'll be asking one of Chalobah or Tosin to making late runs into the box, catching across with an extra body. Honestly, I don't understand. That is man, that was pathetic. That is done, man.